Hi, today I would love to introduce you to your wise future self. Hi, I'm Heidi Heron. Welcome to my YouTube channel. There has been a lot of talk and discussion out there about accessing resources or attitudes or attributes that help us to be a better version of who we are. And one of the things that I often tap into when I'm working with my clients and also with myself is our wonderful, wise future self. So I'd like to chat to you about your wise, beautiful future self. We each have this guide that has been here before that may be able to help us. At least that's an aspect of what we might be able to see from an NLP perspective, that we have all the resources that we need to achieve our desired states. And at any given point in time, we can tap into those resources and we can go, okay, so future self, what do you know that I don't know? Because if we have a future self who's been there, done that, or even a perceived one, I wonder what we can learn from that part of ourselves. Can we learn to be more empathetic or more resourceful or more resilient, more reliant on ourselves, or less dependent on ourselves, more having that more ability to ask for help, because that's sometimes so very important, to be able to ask for help. There are people who are dependent on themselves alone, and I'm not quite sure that we were meant to live in silos just by ourselves. So when we have the ability to ask for help, that could be good too. Even asking help from ourselves in the future. There's a beautiful process that I was taught by Robert McDonald in probably about 1998 or so, when he came from California, I think that's where he lived, to Sydney, Australia. It was one of the first NLP workshops that I did. And it was called the Wise Old Sage, or Wise Inner Sage. And I'd like to guide you through that process today because it's such a wonderful one. And it presupposes that, again, we have all the resources that we need. And I'm going to do a varied version of it today. Not the full version that he did, but just a little bit of a designer wise old sage that we can play with today, and that you can come back and revisit this video again and again and again to gain some of that insight from your older, wiser self. So if you'd like to, go ahead and close your eyes. We'll take 3 or 4 minutes to connect with your older, wiser self. So go ahead and connect with yourself first as you close your eyes and just take a breath. And just be aware of where you're at. If the background sounds of me come through, allow that just to connect with you. Allow you to be here. And I invite you to think of a concern or a problem or a worry or something that is happening in life, or that you're anticipating happening, that you would like some guidance about, some insight into. And just let yourself start to connect with that. And inside where the feelings are that goes, yeah, I need some help. And then ask, please help me. I ask for your guidance. And I want you to imagine that off in your future, if you can access your timeline, off into your future, the distant future, is a version of you that is healthy, happy, alive, vibrant, but has been there, done that. That is your wise, old self. And I want you to imagine you could utilize your timeline and float into your future to hang out with your old, wise self. And be with yourself for just a little while today. And imagine you can be in the presence of yourself. And I don't know about you, but I imagine my old wise self being able to look at me with love and compassion and empathy, because she's been there. She knows what I've been through, and she also looks at me in a way that goes, dude, because I'm sure she'd say, dude, you are sweating the small stuff. So notice how your old wise self looks at you. Notice that feeling. Maybe there's a feeling of love or connection, compassion, empathy. Maybe it's something different. But connect with your older self from your head, from your heart, from your gut. And start to share. Share some of those feelings, offload. And this person, they've already been there. They already have felt what you feel about what you're feeling. They know it. And then in a moment, I'm going to ask you just to open your eyes, connect back with me for a moment. Hi. Take a couple deep breaths. And then close your eyes again, but this time become your older self. Sit how your older self sat. Breathe how your older self breathes. Connect with you in a way that is connecting with them. Become that older, wise self. And through your mind, through their mind, start to filter, start to recognize through words, through images, through feeling, through deed, through thought. What resources, what understandings, what knowledge does your older self have for you? Is it like mine, don't sweat the small stuff? Is it advice, guidance, wisdom? Access to more resources that you need, because we've got everything that we need. Tap into that. Spend as much time here with your older, wise self as you need, even if that means that you push pause for a moment. And you connect in a way that is most beneficial for you, for those around you. Start to connect, enjoy this moment, and learn. And you'll hear my voice go away for 30 seconds or so as you just connect and learn. Let your unconscious mind play, let your conscious thinking mind focus on something else like your breathing, the background sounds. Just connect. Let your unconscious mind start to connect back with your body, with the body of this older, wiser self that's already been there. Transporting and transmitting the learnings and understandings. And then let yourself slowly shift back into your own body, your own awareness. And again, store the learnings and understandings which will give you more insight, more clarity, more pause for thought. And then when you're ready, knowing that those learnings have been stored in that special place that you have for such things, go ahead and come back to wherever you're at, back here with me, thanking your wise older self. Sometimes when I'm working with people, I'm helping transport them back into their past, connecting with their younger self, or maybe a parent or somebody else in their life that we can gather more insight from, to reevaluate what happened from a new perspective and store the learning so we can do better. Sometimes we're going into the future to access future resources and learnings from ourselves or somebody who's been there. and we can gain more insight. A cool thing about NLP is that it's tapping into our neurology. So the moment you're sitting in that future self who's been there, your body is taking on that neurology of I've done this. I've done this. I know what it takes to achieve it, and therefore you now have more resources available to you, even if you can't name them all. So I love this NLP. It's just so magnificent to be able to access resources from anywhere, even from yesterday or a moment from now, knowing that our future self exists a moment from now. So you're in charge of your mind, therefore your results, and you have all the resources that you need to achieve your desired outcomes. This is again another guided process you can come back to again and again and again if you choose to. Have fun with it, enjoy it, say hi to your future self from me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, tell other people about it, and I will see you back here next time.